welcome back to the Dentist Diaries. For those of you who are subscribed, I'm back with another video. You guys requested, so I'm trying to be very consistent. For those it's your first time seeing me, I am Tifonia. Please do subscribe and I hope you will enjoy watching. So today I have a little story time. I really don't know what I'll title the video as yet. The video will be long, but I'll try to put it in 2 parts, maybe 3 parts. I want to tell you guys how I came to China, like how I ended up in China, why I came here to study, and all of that. I always get these questions, and so I just want to put it on my channel so whenever anybody texts and asks, I'm just going to forward my link. So this goes back all the way to 2015. Right. I was in 6th form at the time at St. Mary High School, Jamaica. And I had everything planned out, guys. I knew where I was gonna be, I knew what I wanted to do, that's the thing. You know, they always say that if you want to make God laugh, just make a plan. You know. So my plan was to finish 6th form. I finished high school at Westwood High. Yes. And I went to St. Mary High for 6th form, after which I wanted to go to Canada. I have an aunt, she looks just like me, a year older, and she was already there. And so the plan was for us to be together. And she also did MBBS, and I wanted to do dentistry, so I'm like, yes, you know, I would video call her, I would already know, like, okay, so that's how my room gonna look. Like, I had everything planned out, everything. And when everybody was trying to figure out what will they do, like, I had everything already sorted out. Like, so I didn't even apply to more than 1 school. I was just like, I am going to Western University in Ontario, Canada. And so as soon as the applications, like they were accepting applications, I applied, I got accepted. I was even put into my 2nd year. It was a 4-year program. I was put into my 2nd year and everything was good. Only thing left was to apply for a scholarship that they have. I believe at the time it was like 50,000. It was for international students. And that would be my break, because when I have it, you know, like when I have it like that, and my mom's a single parent, I have younger siblings, I'm the eldest, so you know you have to think about all these things. And so I applied. You know, I've never been told no in my life. Like, I'm kind of spoiled. And like normally when I would apply for things, I would get them. I really wasn't having in the back of my mind, like, you probably won't get it. What will happen if you don't get it? Me, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm like, that was my mindset at the time, guys. So it was, so, you know, I applied. I was planning, they even had a group on Facebook for all the students who were already accepted. So I was making my friends already. And one day I came from school, and I saw the email came in from the lady who I was in touch with and everything. And I remember after seeing that email, like, I froze. Like, I felt like she sent it to the wrong person. I'm like, why? I don't understand. And so, you know, this is the first time I'm actually saying this and not crying, because I remember, like, I'd read the email, guys, and my heart would just break. Like, I would just cry. And then she was like, however, because of your performance and stuff, you can get this much amount. So I'm like, you know, can work something out. I'll talk to my mom, talk to my granddad, you know, try to make things happen. I believe I just did not ask questions well enough. I was not clear. So the amount of money they were funding me, I thought it would be like yearly. However, she told me, you know, it's for the whole year. So I'm like, okay, since y'all took off a year of the 4-year program, will you split it by 3 instead of 4? And she's like, no, honey, still splitting by 4. I'm like, gotta tell my mom the news. So my mom came in my room, and I couldn't speak. She just looked at me and she was like, oh, you didn't get it. And I was like, no, I didn't get it. Like, guys, and I cried. It's ugly, and I was loud, and I was breaking down. And my mom was like, so it go. And then that made me so furious. Like, I felt, my mom is the type of person, like, she gives you tough love, you know? Like, she felt sorry for me. Of course, she wanted me to get it, but she's not gonna hug me and be like, oh my God, my baby girl, I'm so sorry. My mom was like, oh, so it go. And she drew the curtain and she went about her business. And I was just in my room. I just wanted to just crumble down to the earth. Like, I felt like my world was ending. And you know what make it worse? When you go to school and you go tell everybody say you're going to Canada already. No, you have to go back and say, no, I'm not going. So I think all those things were playing with my mind at the time, and I just didn't know where else to turn. Because for one, dentistry in Jamaica, you don't get, I was told you wouldn't be like funded. Because I did end up now applying to University of the West Indies, which is in Jamaica. And when I applied for dental surgery. I got back acceptance for MBBS. Because I applied for the scholarship, yeah. So like, we can give you the scholarship for MBBS, however, not for dentistry. And for so long, I even started drifting, like, do I really want to do dentistry? Because I started feeling like, if it's not working out, like, what I want is not coming through, then maybe it's not what I should do. You know, all these things, I understand. For all of you guys know at this stage when you have to be deciding what to do, I know it's tough. And people will tell you, oh, follow your heart and pray. It's hard. Them can't talk, but it's hard. There's something like easy, and then you have to think like, this is for the rest of your life. And for those of us, this is what I was scared of too. I didn't want to take a year off, as I know some people did. But honestly, right now, I'm in my 5th year of my program, and I can still tell you guys, no, nothing is wrong if you're at that stage, if you're 18, 19, and you're still not sure what you want to do. Trust me, for me, it felt so much like pressure, honestly. Because as I told you, I had an aunt who, she was already, you know, she left straight from 6th form doing the MBBS program, and then I felt like, so yeah, at the time I started doubting so many things. I started doubting myself, like, is it really what I want? Which dentistry, everybody knows, if you know me, you know dentistry is what I want. I'll never forget, since library class in high school, we had to do some research on what we wanted to do, and I stuck to that. I kept the chart even, like, up until the time I left Jamaica. I had the chart, it would be in my room right above my bed. Every morning I wake up and I look at it, and I knew that that was my goal. I had it since like the 8th grade. I was like, what, 12 years old? And so I started even doubting God. Because I'm like, I have worked so hard. I got all my distinctions. I do all these sports things. I go to church, you know, and guys, I was like, what did I not do? I felt like, why is this happening to me? It's like I could not see any door at the time, and so I really just stopped searching, because I looked for scholarships elsewhere, but scholarships into medical programs as undergrad, it ain't easy. And I reached the point where I was just stuck, like, okay, I'll just go ahead and I'll do MBBS at UE. It's not what I want, but it's what is there, and I'll think, okay, maybe after that I can do that dual thing and get the both MBBS, BDS, you know, and go on to what I wanted to do. I was looking at it as a stepping stone or something. I was like, I just don't want to be at home. And if you guys know me, like, I'm always busy. Like, even if it's work, I want to be working and doing something else, but I knew I wanted to go to school. So it was very hard. And then, fast forward. I don't even think, Jamaica, if you're watching, you remember this, but I was on my bed again crying when everybody now has their acceptance. People like let me tell you guys, this is now like school is over. Like people going for orientation, people doing things, and I still didn't know what am I doing. I even went to use orientation. I had no idea, and then one day she texted me, Jamie texted me, and she's like, so what's up? I didn't tell her everything, I just told her maybe you know. And then, because of course she also knew I wanted to do dentistry, then she's like, why you don't try China? But China was never in my mind because China, like, first I've never traveled before, so even just to travel, I wouldn't be going too far from home, you know. China was never in the back of my mind. Even she told me, I was like, China? And then I didn't get excited about it because I'm like, that's gonna be expensive too. Like, I don't have it. That's basically what I was thinking. We stopped talking, and then something just told me to check. So I checked the tuition, and like everything, I researched as much as I could, and I'm like, okay, let me try and get in touch with people who are there. Fail. Until later on, I did find people, but before I, you know, started inquiring and stuff, I had no one. And then my mom came from work, and I'm like, she had summer classes. I'm like, Mom, what about China? And I told her blah 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 blah. She didn't really pay much attention to me, you know. She's like, okay. Like, my mom lets me make my own decisions, basically. So even when I went to do my visa or the application process, it was just me. My mom only came to pick up the visa, and I showed her, and she was like, "You serious?" I was like, "Yeah." So yeah, I applied. I was talking to the agent about a lot of things, and scholarships were definitely something I had to ask about. Unfortunately, again, you do not get scholarships for medical programs undergrad going in unless you're going in a Chinese program where you study Chinese for a year, and then the other 5 years for it, whatever, you study medicine in Chinese. What I applied for was to study medicine in English. So there are no scholarships. However, she told me I could get scholarships based on my performance yearly. Like, I could do that, because if I put my mind to it, I'm going to. That's what I was thinking at the time. And but honestly, in the back of my mind, it was just like, Tifonia, what if you go and you're not getting a scholarship? Hey, Jesus. It was always in the back of my mind, but I thought it, you know. And then I didn't even know how it would look. What I was expecting to see in China is nothing like what it is, really. But I didn't want to look. I didn't want anything to change my mind. Oh, and before that, when I tell you guys, I was really trying to find other places. I was getting acceptances all over the world. One that really stood out to me was Ukraine. I think it's Kharkiv National Medical University or something like that. And so I got a full scholarship for that school as well. And I was like, what? Yes! I told mommy, we're like, yeah, you know, when one door lock, God open another one. So, you know, I say, yeah, man, trust God. So I go now, Google, on my little BlackBerry at the time, I think I had, and I say, but just type in the school name. I'm say people, like, say for example, today was the 14th. The article was the 13th. All medical students were evacuated due to, what was it? Terror. So me just take out my local email and I say, dear sir or madam, I am so sorry, but I have to turn down this. I'm like, I ain't going, honey. No. Me? No, you know, you have to go tell on my grandfather. Oh, God. And other people. But most of my grandfather sent me a guy China, you know. I wish I had recorded the phone call. Boy. I don't know. Like, sometimes, even when I got to China, I asked my mother, like, Mommy, you never worry? Like, you just let me go say, she never give me no, like, questioning. I just do my thing. I'm gonna tell her when I want to cut, when I have to do this, when this happens. Yeah, while I was researching for the school, it had dental program in English, which at the time, many universities, even when they would offer MBBS in English, they did not offer dentistry in English. This school did, and I'm the first Jamaican to even do dentistry at this school. Even actually, it was not in the ranking that I wanted when I would check like ranking for medical schools. And let me tell you guys who are searching for schools, don't let that bother you, because honestly, when I really looked into it, when they're doing these rankings, they're doing all sorts of stuff outside of just the school education. And a lot of these rankings you see for the Chinese medical universities, therefore the Chinese studies. It doesn't include you us international people, okay? So don't make it worry, because if I had used that to decide whether I want to go or not, I would not be there and I would have missed out. I don't want to talk about my school now, I want that to be for another video, but dentistry at my school is well worth it. Yes. Okay, and yes, somebody decided for life, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I've never left Jamaica before. As a matter of fact, even traveling to Kingston on my own, just going for the Chinese visa and the US visa was my first time even going to Kingston. I never traveled before, but I wasn't freaked out. I just have this spirit, like I just love to experience new things. And I'm fine. Like I went to Westwood High School, and people, when any Westwood past student, teacher, anybody, even the parent, them tell you, say, anybody that goes to Westwood High can conquer anything in a life. May I tell you now, people are the truth. Truth. Like, even my 5 years being in China, I can count the amount of times I was homesick. Especially if they're boarded. Especially if them did board. All them 5 years, yeah. A Westwood, uno set in a life. I say all corona, nothing. May I tell you now, one time I did ball though. So, this was my trip now to China. I had to take 5 flights. I don't remember the place that I'm going to go, but I knew one was New York, and I stayed with my old friend Zami. When I got to Atlanta, my stepmom surprised me with my brother, who I've never seen in person before. They came to the airport, and I believe my flight wasn't until way in the night, and so we chilled for some hours and so on. And when I was about to leave, my brother, he was very young at the time, and like I don't remember if he cried or was about to cry, but I remember after we hugged, things got emotional. And I'll never forget, my stepmom was like, I like them place there. I don't know, she doesn't speak power, but she was basically saying like she doesn't like, those places so much, and she was very worried, and that concerned me. She was saying things I never thought of before. Like, I started to feel like I'm making the wrong decision. And then she was like, you don't have to go, because yes, that flight was then going to Detroit and then to China. Like, I know I wasn't stopping anymore to like be with anybody. She was like, when you leave, that's it. So decide right now, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm going. And I toughed up, like, I just hugged her fast. I was just like, hoo, hoo. You're like, hoo. I just hugged like nothing too mushy. I'm cut people, like I'm cut. And when I sit down, you know what, when I start have regret, I think the flight to Shanghai was maybe 16 hours. And I want to come off, and couldn't come off. Now that's another story. And the drama that happened when I got to my city, and I have none of my suitcase them. But that's for a different video. So as I had mentioned, most of my, not just my friends, but my teachers also knew I was to go to Canada. When I gave the news that I would no longer go, some teachers would tell me, you know, still go, things happen when you go there. But I didn't want to be like to start and finish. And my faith wasn't strong at the time. I didn't believe in this, oh, God will see you through. Speaking on that though, Mr. White, my chemistry teacher from high school, I wish I was at school because I still have that card. I believe when I was 16 years old, she gave me a card with a Bible verse, and she wrote, I was ill at the time, that could be another story time. I had to remove a lump from my back, and it was near CXC time, and so I missed a lot of classes. And you know, that period, it's like crunch time, teachers are hackling down on things in the syllabus they think will come on exams and so on. I missed that. And she wrote on the paper, and she wrote in pencil, Miss White, you wrote in pencil. But I don't want to edit it or anything, but I know what's still there. It's fading, but I know what's there. Like, because I really wrote that, it's in my heart, and it said, where God guides, He provides. Stick a pin. Let me go back to now talking about the fact that I was also telling teachers like things weren't going to work out. And so there were teachers who at the time at St. Mary High were, I would say, close to me. And so when I told them, I believe I got more of that tough love as I got from my mom, and not the compassion I was looking for. Yeah. And I say that because eventually when I was like, okay, I'm going to go to China, I got a comment which I believe she or he didn't mean it to be in a way to hurt me or anything. But I was already in a very, very bad state, you know, so we have to be careful of the things we say to people. And the exact words were, but Kupaya got China go waste the brain. I was like, I'm really going to waste my brain, like, who go China? You know, who goes China? Who leaves Jamaica and goes to China? What am I doing? It affected me so much. Go waste my brain. First of all, I'm telling them, on a brain now waste, I honestly feel like everywhere in this world, especially when it comes to these medical subjects, your medical courses, degrees, whatever you want to do, you have a syllabus still. It's the same thing. I don't know, and my teacher even tells us this right now. The same information we're getting at our school, Harvard students are getting it too. I just feel like what's different, of course, the school have a name. So what? What you do with your brain is up to you. So I would always say this. Wherever you're planted, you grow. And you bloom wherever that is. Where you are shouldn't stop you. I'm telling you this. And I'm a living testimony. Right? When I got to my school, we were only 2, like 3. And I think 1 came after, you know, like that. And now we're like 20 something, almost 30 something. I might be wrong, but something to that. And then later down the years, it might be that school everybody wants to go to. When I'm told, don't go somewhere to waste my brain, then that's on me. That's not on the place. You know? And even if the institution might not be up to par, for those of you searching for somewhere now, if that's where your parents can afford for you to go, if that's where you're able to go, enough people can only have the thought. You guys at least got to apply and you get you to somewhere go. It's my opinion. I'm telling you to go. Because no, take back the pin. Where God guides, He provides. Even if it's not the place that you want to be in the next 10 years, God has you there right now for a purpose. And that purpose might not be something you ever even thought of. Because guys, as I'll tell you in the next video, my purpose in China, sometimes honestly, because even for me, you know, there was a time I just wanted to settle at MBBS. I remember 2017, I came back to Jamaica, and even my mom was telling me, you know, because I have younger siblings and I really just want to finish and work and help her. And I was like, you know, I could do MBBS faster, you know, and just do my thing and cut. And then she was like, you know, my mom is just supportive. Like, she will just let me do it. So I was texting my other friend now, Lindsay, 2017. I'm not forget things, you know? And I was telling her, I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I just switch my major at school because I could still do that. I think I just completed second year. I could still switch. And then she was like, you're crazy? Like, what are you talking about? I'm going to say, one MBBS. I start making up things in my head of good reasoning, you know, good reasons I can tell her why I want to just be a physician now and not an orthodontist. And she didn't even give me like a good chance to explain myself. She was just like, girl, since I knew you, all you talk about is being an orthodontist, not even just a general dental surgeon, an orthodontist. And you know, talking about MBBS, she was like, don't. And then right so I was like, I won't. Like, thank you. I needed that reassurance. Because sometimes we can see more in somebody, especially if you know the person, push them. But if you don't know nothing and somebody just come to talk to you, listen, if you have nothing good to say, and do not put down others and tell them what you think they should do when you don't know them. Please. Thank you. So yes guys, and for those of you who, if you feel after watching this video you'd like to talk to me, I'd like to talk to you. You can add me here. Follow me on my Instagram and you text me. I'll reply. I got you, okay? Because we all need to be in this together. I believe in schools, you don't really get much support and much help. When it comes to making this next big step, you're on your own. And it can, it's a lot of pressure. I know. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, where God guides, He provides.